know how you got started in music, how big of a role it's played, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold a guitar because it makes me feel more comfortable. You know, that feeling, it's hard to even describe. It's an adrenaline rush. It can be emotional. It can be anything. It's unlike anything else that I've ever done.
We feel that joy, they feel the music, and we feel the music, and we feel their joy. And
it's really hard to imagine my life without music in it. So that's why this year has been so, different.
It's just going to be a few weeks, right? A couple weeks. We'll put things on hold.
I was like, by June we're going to be good, And it just it kept dragging on and dragging on. And
I'll try my best not to cry. No, I'm just kidding. In the summertime, I would have to say anywhere from 4 to 6 gigs per week.
We usually play 50, 60 shows during the summer months, touring the whole US. So it was really weird to be sitting at home, for sure.
So year 2 for us was like, hey, what did we miss in the opening that we didn't get right? And that includes community engagement. So we started focusing outward with the billing, and we're really just catching our stride, only being sort of 2 years old as you're going into that, and then you're shuttered.
Continuing our COVID-19 coverage, the pandemic has forced
another Eau Claire Music Festival to cancel as filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy on Monday.
Well, it's just an amazing domino effect in the performing arts area. So here we are, trying to make our way through.
The amount of people that depend on events for their livelihood. It's not just the musicians, it's the sound engineers, it's the light technicians.
Photographers.
It's the photographers.
There's a lot of people out there struggling, especially in this industry. A lot of different industries, a lot of small businesses are hurting bad, and it's been crazy. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of day by day,
And it wasn't until, we went a month, 6 weeks, 2 months in, and we're like, well, when the heck is this going to change and get better? And somewhere in there, Will had the idea for us to do the video series. I didn't know how much I was going to be able to even be involved initially, but then we sort of made my absence and participation kind of part of the storyline.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
I think the idea was, let's figure out a way to play live and get it out there. I give them a lot of credit because you can either sit around and do nothing, or you can try to just continue to be creative in some way.
I get just as much energy from the crowd as I put out, and transitioning from doing that regularly to streaming, playing with just by myself in a room with a camera it's definitely weird. It can feel awkward. I probably look at the camera a lot, like weird.
Once we found a safe way to do it, we started rehearsing more, and then all the energy had to go somewhere, so we decided to plan a new record and make a new record. And so that's been where our energy has been focused for the last 6 months,
Then I started teaching virtually, which is what I'm still doing. I'm doing online lessons on Zoom, and I'm grateful to have the platform to be able to teach and to have a reason. I love teaching. I've always loved teaching. And so I'm super grateful for that. It is not as good as in person though. And I'm pretty sure pretty much every music teacher would tell you that. It's frustrating sometimes.
You can create content and throw it online and then just cross your fingers and hope that people find it or watch it or whatever. But the live music experience for a musician is everything. So it's just crucial to figure out a way to keep that stuff going.
I come from the adage that you just can't sit by and watch things happen. You have to do something. And Neva came along at the exact moment that you could get on the phone, you could send an email, there was something you could do that felt like you could help control your destiny, but not just your own, you could help all the other facilities, not only just in Eau Claire or the state of Wisconsin or in the upper Midwest, but the entire country. Independent venues have always been exactly what the name is, independent. What started really as a response to COVID with a long-range vision of what it could be has really pivoted to be what's the long-range vision and how do we survive COVID? And so now we have this very strong, powerful organization that's sent more than 1.5 million letters to Congress, the largest sort of organization to do so, not just in response to COVID, but in the history of letters being sent to Congress in a unified way. So it feels incredible to be a part of something that we saw as the only way we could survive.
Assuming that it's safe and you can have a big, huge mass of people who are totally enjoying this moment, it's going to be like glorious. It's going to be glorious. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be glorious.
Which is going to just take time. We'll see how long that takes,
We understand the reality of the situation and the fact that it might not happen, but we're operating as if something goes back to normal, hopefully by next summer.
I'm more excited to get back to work than I ever have. I think everyone will kick it up a notch just because we've missed it for so long.
I think there'll be some modifications to the presentation style. I don't think streaming is going to go away. I think streaming will become a component that's always offered to events, or at least as a follow-up to events. I think that we will come out of this with a more vibrant entertainment industry, an entertainment industry with artists who've been pent up. It's clear that the art that is being produced right now wants to be absorbed, and people want to learn from that experience. And so, yeah, I think there's tremendous things ahead of us.